It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC East rivals. It's the Barons and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Brooklyn Barons and the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Started, and we are underway from Miami. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
They'll run with Hall, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Barons are on the board here first in the season opener. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And a completion to Wilson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd probably take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. The 10-play drive that time. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Corey Davis, 49 yards. And the Barons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Tua. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Night.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. From the 41, Tua. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge, you know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. Down inside the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Miami's offense set and ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson on the slant. He's got Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 24, Tua swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tua to try again on 2nd down. Completes it to Evan Ingram, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Being chased out left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Tua setting up shop to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the turnover, it's Tua throwing quickly to Wilson. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And Ingram hauls it in. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start with an NFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. The Giants hosting New Orleans, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Jalen Tolbert, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. They blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for the Rams.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hardy. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run again with Hunt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
On now the Miami field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Play action. It's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Hunt going to run for it, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Waddle, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Wilson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Steps away to his left, and incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Runs over him, and then he goes with a juke. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground again, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, again he finds Moore.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Myers' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And he returns this to the 22.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run with Hunt.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up,
Automatic
or if you're
first
going
down.
to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. On second down, right back to Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Tua. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tua. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Hunt will try going up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I'm on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The offense on third down, pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hall want to give up the middle.
Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he rifles complete, caught by Moore. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Wilson will throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Touchdown! Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Barons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Myers connects on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And this one is right through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.